Good morning, afternoon, or night to all my Jesus cosplayers and or Nordic Vikings. Today, we have a video made straight for you because today, Coach Harrison Long is going to take over the New Orleans Saints, a team built with players strictly with long hair, and is going to try and win a Super Bowl. I just went through every roster and I compiled the best players that have long hair compared to just what I consider long hair, kind of case by case. We have a random coach with a random offensive and defensive playbook, Texans and Raiders respectfully. And this team is nasty. So we're going to start out with the worst part of our team somehow, the defense. And as you can tell, this team is nasty. It is a 94 overall. We have a 93 defense. And I mean, everywhere you look, you see glorious locks. I just realized that there are literally no white starters on this entire defense. I swear there are white people. You know what? This has gotten weird. Anyway, this defense is nasty. Our linebackers are glorious, including a homer. Demario Davis is going to stay here. So is Justin Reed. Jalen Ramsey and Derek Stingley is a disgusting duo. We have Xavier McKinney, Justin Reed. The defensive line honestly could be better, but it's still pretty nasty. Leonard Williams, Aleem McNeil, and Tavondre Sweat. And then our linebackers are just nasty. And here comes the offense, which is somehow even more stacked. First off, I want to say I would have loved if Trevor Lawrence could have been our quarterback because he is the staple blondie in the NFL at quarterback. But it is CJ Stroud because he has a 1 overall advantage and he's also a superstar. Our offensive line is actually nasty. Don't love Paul being here, but you know, we do what we do. The offensive line is okay, but our weapons is really where we excel. We have Jahmyr Gibbs, Derrick Henry, and Bijan Robinson. At receiver, we have Puka Nacua, CeeDee Lamb, Devontae Adams, George Pickens, and Jalen Waddle. And then our tight ends, we have George Kittle, TJ Hawkinson, and Tyler Warren. If you don't know how it works here, I take a roster and I do literally every roster spot that's not on IR because you can't trade those. Our randomly chosen week for this video is going to be week number 14. So let's hop in. Actually, it's week 15. Sorry, I messed up on that. At week 14, we are 9-3. We are looking so good right now. The long hair team looks nasty. Sadly, we do have an injury. What's our so none of this really matters except both Bijan Robinson and Jahmyr Gibbs are both hurt and they're both not going to be playing for the next couple weeks. So that's bad, but that's also why I do entire roster rebuilds because we have a third string running back to play. But we're going to hop in against the struggling Bucs team at 6-6. We are currently third in the NFC and we are leading our division. Notable inactives for the Buccaneers include Bucky Irving, Cody Mauch, and Kalijah Cansey. All right, so we're going to kick off, and Reed is actually our kickoff specialist. I think that is so funny. I didn't do special teams because there's literally no kicker with long hair. And I didn't know what to do, to be honest. A big hit for the kickoff. Remember, it is all coach tendency because that just makes it more realistic to what the team would actually do. And I don't have that much of an influence until we get on offense and I throw 10 picks. We're going to start off with a check down. And that is a big game, but a big hit in response. Jalen Ramsey showing his safety side. Going to be a handoff to Rachaad White up the middle. Rachaad White breaking tackles and accelerating up the field. 1st and 10. It is going to be another run up to White. This time he's hit big and the ball comes out. Justin Reed has it, and that's the New Orleans Saints ball. The homer gets the turnover, and we're looking good. Look at that hair flow behind the helmet. Our running back room is absolutely decimated, but we're still going to try our best to do it. I mean, we still have a 98 overall Derrick Henry, and the first play of the game is going to be him taking it 12 yards. Next up is going to be a play action, just a dump off. We'll go Derrick Henry this time. A juke from the king, and he's fighting for more. Derrick Henry is not typically a pass receiver, but I mean, we're doing anything on this team. We're going to get this one out to Tyler Warren, the young tight end, who's going to fight and get the first again. 2nd and 6 now. Open in the middle. That's George Kittle. Can he fight for the touchdown? He cannot, but he's going to be on the inch-yard line, and Derrick Henry was literally made for this. Gigantic blitz here, and they want to hand it off to Henry for a 3rd consecutive time, and he is stuffed for a 3rd consecutive time. Coach is not doing well. So we'll have to start out with a field goal after coach decides to make a questionable play call on 3rd and goal. So that'll close out the first quarter with a 3-0 lead New Orleans. 3rd and 11. We need a little bit more what we've been doing. Mayfield decked in the back. That's going to be Nick Bitonio. Nick Bonito. I keep getting it wrong. I apologize. Nick Bonito with the gigantic sack. Honestly, our defense is looking even more stacked than our offense. And that's, I guess we do have our top 2 running backs hurt. But still. Look at Jalen Waddle. Stroud looking to pass. He's got George Kittle, the tight end, fighting and getting out of bounds. Stroud has been favoring his tight ends today, and he'll continue to do so. George Kittle once again. On 3rd and 10, Stroud looking, pressured, throws it. CeeDee Lamb breaking tackles and juking DBs out. 1st and goal. What a play. Stroud looks to pass. He's got his man, George Kittle. Once again, no linebacker can cover him today. 2:56 left in the 2nd quarter. And this Bucs offense has just not looked like what they once were as they get a quick one out. That's going to be to Sterling Shepard, I believe. Can that be the fire starter for this Bucs defense? It's going to be a run up the middle. Rachaad White has a lane, and he's got a first. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 here. It's going to be a seam beater, and that is going to be held on by Emeka Egbuka, the rookie. Caught me off guard. Mayfield looks. He's got a man in the middle of the field. That's Chris Godwin, and I'm going to take a timeout. Coach wants to bring a heavy blitz onto Baker Mayfield. He knows that it's coming, but let's see if he can get the ball out. Motion over to the wide receiver. And here comes the pass. It's going to be a screen. Blown up. Demario Davis shutting it down. Chase McLaughlin to get points on the board for the Bucs. He nails it, and we have a minute 14. No timeouts to try and get our score. Let's see what we can get here. Look at CeeDee Lamb catching us. George Pickens, actually. We need to hurry up now. Let's see if we can keep this momentum going. Right under. I just got silent. Look at the ball. CeeDee Lamb out of bounds. I did not think that CJ Stroud was going to be that perfect with the throw. We're going to go quick underneath Nacua. We can afford to do that because we can go no huddle. 3rd and 5, motion out to Derrick Henry. I'm looking at Puka Nacua burning his man, and Nacua is in for another touchdown. This offense is unbelievable. Puka Nacua just ran one of maybe the nastiest routes I've ever seen, just to speed out. If you go back and watch that, his man was on the floor. Mayfield looks right over my head, and he's got it out. Timeout. Mayfield looking to throw. He's got it outside. J.C. Horn. Look at that, an interception. J.C. Horn is looking just like he did against the 49ers. But you know what? A 17-3 lead at half is all that we need. So we're also going to receive in this half, which is actually incredible for us. Puka Nacua is 3rd in NFL receiving touchdowns right now. Let's try and get him to 2nd. Motion over to Puka. Play action. Nothing's open. Actually, there's a wide open man right there. That's George Pickens. All right, let's go. Play action. Roll out. Heavy pressure. Stroud looking, and he's sacked. He's unable to get the ball out. 2nd and 23. Stroud was pressured as soon as that ball got out. And he's going to be pressured again. Look at Nacua down the field. He's got a lane. Breaking tackles. Still going. Puka Nacua. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? Puka Nacua just broke about 3 tackles and is now 2nd in NFL receiving touchdowns this year. Blitz on Baker. It's a screen though. They are prepared. Rachaad White is going to get a 1st down. 1st down. Mayfield looking. He's got a man juking me out. 1st and 10. Another blitz. He's got a man open, and I am too short. 3rd and 4. Mayfield makes some audibles. We're sending a blitz, though. We are sending a heater for him. Looking, and it is short. 4th and 3, perfectly covered. Talanoa Hufanga. Mayfield is going to go for this, though. Or the Bucs are going to go for it. I don't want to say Mayfield, even though it's going to be a pass hit by him. Looking, it is complete. Chris Godwin takes an angle, and he is in for the Bucs' 1st touchdown tonight. 2nd and 10. Stroud looking, and he is brought down. A booming force that is Yaya Diaby. Let's do a tight end screen here. I guess that's what coach wants, which is interesting as it is blown up behind the line to gain. Chris Godwin, 3 for 4, 48 yards and a tud. 3rd and 10, wide open in the middle of the field is Chris Godwin again. That'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Buccaneers are down 14. 3rd and 2. He's going to check it down. I thought I was there. 2nd and 20. Slip screen. Rashad White has all the green on the planet, and he's going to break tackles for the first down. No problem. 3rd and goal. No huddle for Mayfield. 2 checkdowns to get him closer and closer. Can he put it in this time? Up. Incomplete. 4th and goal on the 1. No huddle continues for this 4th and goal. Just make sure that we stop them. Mayfield looks quick out. He's got his man, the tight end, Cade Otton. 3rd and 4. I'm personally nervous. I need one of these slants to get open. Stroud looking, rolling. He's got green grass in front of him. CJ Stroud has the first down and a lot more. Why didn't you slide? Does anybody else see George Kittle right now? Kittle up, that ball. He catches it. Oh my goodness. So that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Up 7 in field goal range. As long as we don't turn the ball over, we're good. 3rd and 11. Quick out. Chris Olave, or not Chris Olave. CeeDee Lamb has it. We're gonna have to take the field goal. Luckily, we can bring this down to 1:15. Kick up. Good. 10-point game. Nothing deep and nothing in bounds. Just nothing deep, honestly. Let's see. Mayfield looks. He's got it in bounds and short. Godwin is making moves, though. 1st and 10. Mayfield looking. Throwing deep. Intercepted. Justin Reed is the game's MVP. Making moves. And Justin Reed has acceleration. Beats the lineman. And is in for the touchdown. Do you believe in the New Orleans Saints? Justin Reed getting what he was always deserved. Horrible ball. 2nd and 7. Play action. Mayfield looking, throws, intercepted again. Nick Bonito, and he's gonna get his own pick 6 today. Are you kidding me? Baker Mayfield collapses in the 4th quarter, and we just put up 40. Mayfield goes down on 3rd, and that's game. This was an absolute domination. Don't look at the Bucs record, please don't. And that is the 10th win of the year for the New Orleans Saints. So with that absolute domination out of the way, let's sim to the playoffs. We're obviously making it, but let's see how good we are. Since it's bugged, you can see that we went 14-3, 3rd in the NFL. We are 2nd in the NFC somehow. The Packers were unbelievable. And our first game is against the 10-7 Chicago Bears. Let's see if anything interesting happened. But something I noticed, we don't have Demario Davis, Leonard Williams, Devin Lloyd, Talanoa Hufanga. They're all out for this game. So this is actually going to be really tough, and this is probably going to be a shootout. So we are here to see an onside kick. It is up, and it is no good. I low-key, they were down 11, and then with a minute left, or with like a minute and a half left, and they got a bomb touchdown. So we didn't get to see that. But we are going to take this game. So this game looked a lot closer than it actually was because we were not that bad. But the New Orleans Saints are going to be going to the NFC conference or divisional round after defeating the Chicago Bears. Next up, we play the 13-4 Los Angeles Rams in the divisional round. Injury-wise, they don't have Darius Williams or Jared Verse. And for us, we don't have Leonard Williams, Devin Lloyd, or Tremaine Edmonds. But we do have a couple guys coming back. So let's try and make this game a little bit less closest than the last one. And let's see if we can take them down. New Orleans is welcoming us to destroy the Los Angeles Rams. Let's take their horns and shove them where the sun don't shine. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left. The Rams have passed midfield and are down by 1 touchdown, 7-14. 2nd and 4. Matt Stafford looks to throw, takes a check down to Kyron Williams, who goes backwards. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 for Stafford, looking to throw, zips it over the middle. He's got Jordan Whittington, and he's got a big chunk of yards right outside the red zone. 1st and 10. Stafford looking to throw, checks it down. Oh, I thought that was Nakua. It's not. Is that Wandale? And that'll be the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 3. Handoff up the middle. Kyron Williams spinning around defenders, has a lane. 1st and goal. 2nd and goal. Handoff up the middle. Kyron Williams untouched into the end zone. Are you kidding me? This game is going to be tied up with about a minute left on the clock. Saints have all 3 timeouts, but that is an inexcusable score. 1 minute on the clock. CJ Stroud has 3 timeouts to utilize. 1st and 10, 1 minute to go. 3 timeouts. Check down, or not check down, but he's got CeeDee Lamb for the first. Actually, they're going to call it 2nd and inches here. Let's see what Stroud's able to cook up. Looking to throw. Zips it over the middle. He's got his man Puka Nacua. One timeout. 51 seconds remain. They need to be smart about how they play this. Stroud looks to throw. Pressured. Gets it. That's CD Lamb once again. Saints go hurry up as they cross the 50. Stroud looking to throw. Quickly. He's got it. What a catch. They need to be smart here, and they're going to run it outside. I don't know. Okay, I guess that works. Timeout, Los Angeles. 3rd and 14. Probably the last offensive play here. Derrick Henry has a lane, and that is going to be... We have to go quick, guys. Come on. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Guys, why are we celebrating? Oh, my goodness. They're not even going to try and spike it. They're going to bring the kicker right out. Blake Groupie from the 17 chip shot, and that is good. As time expires, the Saints get the game-winning field goal and are going to the NFC Championship game. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. So let's see who we're playing in the conference championships. The Detroit Lions at 11-6. Lions have a good amount of people hurt, including Sam Laporta and Graham Glasgow. We have George Pickens hurt, Leonard Williams, and Devin Lloyd, but that does mean that we have another superstar coming back. Gentlemen, we just dehorned the Saints. We took down whoever we took down. We took down the Bears. We declawed the Bears. 2 weapons taken away. And now we play the Detroit Lions. We've taken 1 pair of claws. Let's take a pair of fangs now. I watched The Lion King, and we look a lot like Scar. And they look a lot like Mufasa. And the Detroit Lions will roar no more. We are going to the Super Bowl. No contest in the NFC Championship game. Before we play the Super Bowl, let's check out our stats. We were the best offense in the entire NFL. That is perfect. And we were top 5 in defense. CJ Stroud, nearly 4,000 yards, 41 passing touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 69% completion. That is exactly how you want your franchise quarterback to play. That was over a 4-to-1 touchdown interception ratio, and almost 100 yards for every touchdown. Derrick Henry, 1,000 yards on the ground, 14 touchdowns, 553 yards and 6 Jameer Gibbs. And then CJ Stroud, Gibbs, and Derrick Henry. Look at, oh my goodness, look at all these fumbles. I was looking at the wrong thing. But yeah, between these 3, you have 5 fumbles, which is kind of crazy. The Alabama backfield here. Puka Nacua, 1,200 yards, 17 touchdowns, a great year from him. Just CD Lamb, 806 yards, 11 touchdowns, still good. 676 and 7 for George Kittle. A little bit of almost palindrome, I think you call it. No, 459 and 2 for Devontae Adams. 14 sacks allowed from Ike Mekwonu, 8 from Titus Howard, 5 from Slay Mullen for Holt. I mean, it's not horrible, to be honest. We kind of played nice. I would have liked more out of Ike Mekwonu, but there's one guy on here who, yeah, Patrick Paul only allowed 1 sack. Demario Davis added 107 tackles, 95 from Xavier McKinney, 88 from Talanoa Hufanga, 19 fouls out of Rashawn Gary, 8 from Leonard Williams, 7 from Aleem McNeil. So our pass rush was good, especially when you see that Nick Bonito, I keep saying that wrong, got 17 sacks. He tied for leading the league. I saw that. 9.5 for Rashawn Gary, 9 for Leonard Williams. Interceptions, oh my goodness, we were ball hawks. 5 from Mario Davis, 5 from the high JC Horn, 4 from Xavier McKinney, 4 from Justin Reed, 3 Jalen Ramsey, 2 Derek Stingley. 11 pass deflections, Jalen Ramsey, 8 from Mario Davis. He had a great year. Oh my goodness, he had a great year. 8 deflections, 5 picks, 2.5 sacks, 5 TFLs, 107 tackles. That's nasty. 5 Xavier McKinney, and 4 for Horn, Reed, and Hufanga. 3 forced fumbles out of Demario Davis. This guy went nuclear. He could have been Defensive Player of the Year. I swear, dude. Rashawn Gary had one as well. So did Kent McKinney. A little bit of a Packer duo, Tremaine Edmonds and Leonard Williams. No block kicks the whole year. No safeties. And of course, we had the touchdown, Justin Reed and Nick Bonito, and then also Derek Stingley got one. Our team was so god damn good. No way we lose in the Super Bowl, right? The question is, who do we even play? And the answer to that question is, without a shadow of a doubt, please let me see it, the Buffalo Bills at 11-6. Leonard Williams is our only hurt starter for this game, but they actually have a couple of guys out. Okay, Damar Hamlin, Hoyt is out, so is Daquan Jones. So they have a couple of starters out. The way that we are going to do this is we are going to go, oh my gosh, we're 96 overall. If we lose, I'm going to be so mad. We're going to just go through it. I'm going to tell you how each drive ends. The biggest game of the year. Let's see if your New Orleans Saints can make magic happen and win the Super Bowl. On 3rd and 7, Demario Davis knocks the pass by Josh Allen away, and they're going to have to settle for a punt. On the second play of the game, or at least the second game for our play, or whatever I just said, Cam Lewis intercepts CJ Stroud and takes it 43 yards down to the 21. Josh Allen takes it 2 yards for the rushing touchdown after strictly running the ball with Cook and Allen. And we are down 7-0. On 3rd and 9, CJ Stroud gets sacked 9 yards. Deion Walker is going to take him down. On 2nd and 13, Josh Allen sends it 13 yards for a touchdown to Joshua Palmer. and we're going down 14-0. On 3rd and 5, CJ Stroud just throws the ball out, and it's a turnover. On 3rd and 16, they run it. They get 5 yards, and they have to punt. On 3rd and 5, they run it with Derrick Henry, and they don't get it. They didn't even want to score. A Josh Allen passing spree takes us to halftime, 14-0. It's not looking good for the Saints, and Harry Long is not looking good. On 4th down and 4, CJ Stroud runs it, and he gets 4 yards, but I guess it was just short. On 4th and 1, the pass gets knocked away, targeting Keon Coleman, and we get this ball back. On 3rd and 8, CJ Stroud pass lands incomplete, and we have to punt again. On 3rd and goal, Dalton Kincaid gets a 3-yard receiving touchdown, and that ends it for us. On 2nd and 3, Derrick Henry rushes it in for the 3 yards that we needed to get the touchdown, and we're not going to get shut out in the Super Bowl. And the Bills are going to run out this game, and that is going to be the end of the New Orleans Saints run. Including playoffs, we were 14-4. It was a great season, but the Bills were just too powerful for us. We had an 11 overall advantage on them. I don't know what happened, but sadly, we just weren't able to pull it through. This is the 2nd straight video that we've lost in the Super Bowl. But you know what? I'm kind of happy that Josh Allen gets his Super Bowl. Such a great year. All wasted for nothing. Offensive MVP, I'm going to give it to CJ Stroud here. And defensive MVP, I'm going to give it to Demario Davis. So the 2 guys at the leadership position. Josh Allen wins Super Bowl MVP. NFL MVP is going to be Patrick Mahomes. Coach of the Year is Harrison Long. Offensive Player of the Year is Jonathan Taylor. Defensive Player of the Year is Max Crosby. Overroy is Ashton Jensen. And D-Roy is Mason Graham. Overall, a season that ends in disappointment as we can't even put up anything in the Super Bowl. Only 1 poverty time touchdown. It's disappointing, but we'll be back in the next one with vengeance.